Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to your weekly workout in lovely Las Vegas. It's raining today, so it's not as lovely. But today, I have a special request. Lance, what can I do with my Swiss ball? I have it laying around. I'm not sure what the exercises, but I'm going to show you today. Certain exercises in different muscle groups within the body. Some are a little more advanced than others, but we'll show you ways to modify them. So, what we're going to start with is a basic squat. Now, you can always use a wall. You don't necessarily need a ball. But if you're kind of worried about your range of motion, you can use this to help. Unlike a normal wall squat where you're resting your back against the wall, using the ball actually helps you move so you don't get stuck or lodged in one area. This will be a quad dominant exercise, and we're just going to use something that's sturdy for me. For you, it could be something like a wall. So, all you're doing is keeping the ball on the lower portion of your back, not high. My legs are out in front. I'm simply coming down and then back up. And you can adjust accordingly, once again, so your knees are not coming over your toes. You're sitting down and back up. Okay? This is going to be your quad dominant exercise. Could you do that exercise without the ball? Yes. Sometimes I've seen clients end up getting lodged down there, they go too low, they have trouble getting up. This provides a nice little balance for you. This way you're also using your abdomen to help pull your body back up. So the first thing, quad dominant, wall squats, using a Swiss ball. From here, we're going to go into supinating jackknives. Right? Supinating. So, all that supination means I'm laying on my back. Both heels are resting on the Swiss ball. Now keep in mind, you're using a ball that's not too big. It's something that you can control. So both of my palms are going to be at my side. My pelvis will be in the air. So this is going to be in the air the whole time. I'm using my posterior chain, my glutes, my hamstrings, my calves to curl the ball back in and then back out. So watch the range of motion. Make sure it is controlled for you. Okay? As you get better at these, you can start switching into one leg. This is a great exercise because it's an unstable surface. Your abdomen is being activated and controlled so you're not wobbling all over the place. That's why we're using this and not a normal pelvic thrust. That is a supinating jackknife. Okay? If you're losing control of the ball, just start with a basic pelvic raise and then back down. When you've gotten a little more advanced, then you can start going into curls. From here, we're going to go into a pronating jackknife with a push-up. So far we've done quad dominant, we just did hip dominant. Now we're going to go and do horizontal pushing, a little more ab and hip dominant exercises. So the next one can be separated into 3 different movements if you have a problem with any of them by themselves. What we're going to start with is the complex and complete movement. With a pronating jackknife, it just means I'm facing the ground. Supinating, I'm facing the sky. Okay? So my feet are on the ball. What I'm doing is first I'm starting with a push-up. As I come up, I'm curling the ball in, back out, into a push-up. So the pronation, my knees are coming in toward my chest. I'm jackknifing my body up, push-up. Make sure when you're doing the push-up, your back is not curved. Okay? Make sure that it's parallel so you're not putting any strain on your lumbar. If that's too advanced, any of the motions, you can take things out. The further down your leg the ball stands, it's going to be more difficult. So at your feet, it's going to be the hardest. Further up near your knee, your shin, quad, it's getting a little bit easier. If you have trouble with the push-up, you can take the push-up out and just do the jackknife. So if I'm not doing the push-up, the jackknife looks like so. I'm curling in, back out. I'm curling in, I'm back out. If I can't do the jackknife, I can just do the push-up. Okay, once again, it's an unstable surface, so it's a little more difficult than just a normal push-up. If you need this exercise modified, have the ball higher up on your leg. And what I mean is like this. So now, it's on my knees. There's not as much body weight I'm supporting as I curl it in. This is a modified way to do that exercise. It's nice and controlled, okay? If you're rushing through the motion and you're tweaking your back, it's not going to work. We need to do this controlled so you're hitting the correct muscle groups. You can see you're using multiple muscles per exercise. It's not to do arms today, you're using everything. Your body's a unit, not a mechanism. From here, since I'm sitting on the ball, we're going to go into some oblique twists. Okay, again, this is an unstable surface rather than doing this in a chair. All I'm doing is going from side to side. My head is following my hands. All right. Now, as you get more advanced, the one knee can come up, and you're holding it. This is a slow exercise. You're stabilizing and then switching. Not too advanced, just go to twists. You do not need to externally load a weight to do this exercise. Okay, I'd rather you go slow. This way you're activating your obliques, you're not just firing your hips. You'll see people in the gym sometimes you're doing bicycle kicks and it's all hips. You want to use your obliques too to fire it so it's controlled. There can be a slight lean back on here, all right? And I'm just slowly going side to side. My spine stays aligned so it's following my hands. You don't have to hold on to a weight. So far, wall squats with a ball, supinating jackknives on your back, pronating jackknives on your hands, twists on the ball. From here we do another ab exercise, plank. Now, basic plank, we normally use our forearms. We're going to do that again. We're going to make it a little more advanced if you've mastered plank. Okay? So basic plank on the Swiss ball, my forearms are here, and I'm just holding my body up. Okay, that's it. We're not walking hands up, hands down. We're not trying to get fancy. We want to actually have the abdomen fire. It's a little more advanced than just a plank on a stable surface because this is unstable. It requires your abdomen to stabilize a little more so you don't go flying off the ball. If that gets too easy, you want to take it up a notch, you're going to start to add rotations with your upper torso, okay? My forearms are still on the ball. It's a very, very subtle circle that I'm doing. I'm circling underneath, and then I'm circling back. Nice and controlled. Make sure they're very subtle. If you go too wide, you're going to pull your back. It's not going to be a pleasurable experience. So, make sure you're going slow. The main premise of today is to get just an unstabilized plank down on here. Then you can start to go into small rotations, and then back. Okay? So, how you piece these exercises together is up to you. It's a lot more hip and quad dominant. You're still using your upper torso. There are many different things you can do with the Swiss ball. It still is a useful piece of equipment. You'll notice I didn't even incorporate weights today. It was simply body weight movements and only a few. If you have any questions, guys, let me know.